Hey YouTube, it's the American Samurai back with an MLJ review. Today we're taking a look at The Wizard, the Man with the Super Brain, #1. This is a collection of 5 stories featuring his The Wizard appearances from Top Notch issue comics 1 through 5, including his issue 5, which is a team up with the Shield, the Midshipman, and I think the West Point Cadet. So, if you guys aren't familiar with the Shield, his real name is Blaine Whitney, and he is descended from a generation. Apparently, though it doesn't say this in the comic, everyone of his family who has taken, has at some point or other done something for America, has taken on the nom de plume, I guess you would say, of the Wizard. And though in the book it does show flashbacks of his various ancestors, so we'll take a look there. Doesn't say anything about them taking on the name the Wizard. So, I guess you want to see the art there. But overall, it's a pretty good read. The stories are entertaining. Usually, the plot is follow the same formula, essentially. Where there's some sort of plot. And through these comics, though I'm assuming it's during the time of World War II, because we're not actively involved in it at that time, he never refers to his enemies as the Germans. They have some sort of made-up name, but they're pretty obviously German if you read how they're written, because their dialogue, W's are substituted for V's. So instead of the wizard, they call him the Wizard. So it's obviously a heavy German accent. So it's obviously supposed to be the Germans he's fighting, but because of the time era, and it's before the bombing Pearl Harbor, though, even though that is mentioned in the comic. So you can say the Wizard predicted. The Wizard's powers are as follows. He has super strength and brain powers. These usually take the form of, let me see if I can find. He has hypnosis, because he does use that, like multiple times, really. Let's see here if I can find what I'm looking for. I must remember to next time I do something like this to bookmark the pages where I want to talk about, because the Wizard is a genius, so he has different gadgets. And usually whenever he uses a new gadget, you get to see the schematics. So May from My Hero Academia would love this character. Though I'd fear what he would do with his tech. Yeah, here's an instance of him using his other power. Using his mind, he can actually see events that are happening in real time. I'm not sure how that power works, but it says he has a photographic brain. I guess they're being literal. Overall, the comics are really good, but like I said, the same plot, except for the issue 5, which is the big crossover. Where there's some sort of plot, and it's up to the Wizards, the only one who can stop with his scientific gadgets and superpowers. It's later that he has a capsule, kind of like Underdog, that he can use to... at this point, it's not revealed whether that's the source of his super strength or just like Underdog's energy vitamin pill, something he takes to return to his strength when he's weakened. Overall, the comics are good, and I highly recommend you guys check them out. You can look them up. I think they're all on goldenagecomics.org, I believe. If you guys want to look them up, they're under Top Notch Comics. But like I said, that was my review of Wizard, the Man with the Super Brain. I give this a 5 out of 5. If you guys are into old superheroes who are a little different, then I highly recommend checking out this series. Till next time, this is the American Samurai saying, let's see, what was that line he says at the end of the comics? Oh yeah. Our country, right or wrong, this is our country. And until next time, see ya.